प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We are studying the Bhagavad Gita with the help of Shankar's commentary, and yesterday we read up to Shloka 25 from the first chapter. Now the last word of Shloka 25 was the most significant word which changed Arjuna's character, which transformed Arjuna's character upside down. So let us read that portion again. Sanjay Uvacha Evamukto Rishikesho Budakeshena Bharata Senayor Uvayor Madhye Sthapayitva Rathottamam Bhishma Drona Pramukhata Sarvesham Cha Mahikshyitam Uvacha Partha Pashyaitan Samavetan Kurun Iti. Now Arjuna had asked him to put my chariot in the center of the two armies so that I may see who all have come to help this wicked-minded Duryodhana, and especially I want to see with whom I have to fight myself. Now Krishna obeyed literally in action, but not in words. He put the chariot where Arjuna could see Bhishma, Drona, and all other kings, and said to him, Partha, see these assembled Kurus. Now, Kuru, who has studied the Kuru king, and all the Vanshadas, his Vanshadas will be called Kurus or Kauravas. Now, they were definitely not all Kurus. Kurus could be only the Kauravas, the 100 sons of Kaurava, the Dhritarashtra. But all the fighters who have come to support Duryodhana, Krishna called them Kurus. What it triggered in Arjuna's mind? What did Krishna mean? Krishna means your own kith and kin, your own relatives. Because Pandavas also were Kauravas, being the progeny of the king Kuru. But all were not like that. And yet Krishna called them all Kurus. So Arjuna had come fully ready to fight. He wanted to see two things. Bhagavan should have repeated as obedient chariot that yes, see whom we have to fight, see who have come to support wicked-minded Duryodhana. But instead of, he put the chariot in the center, but is telling, see all Kurus, kith and kin, your own kith and kin. And Arjuna was so much dependent on Krishna for his thinking that though they have decided all that we must fight for the sake of right and justice, yet his mind was thrown upside down. Now we'll see Arjuna's transformation through Sanjaya's remaining words. Two things we'll see now. One is this triggering due to Krishna's words. The other thing we want to see is the weakness of a good man. Side by side, we will see Arjuna in contrast with all those wicked Dhritarashtra, Duryodhan, and the person who is swayed, Bhishmacharya. We will see Arjuna as a good man. And yet, goodness is not sufficient for spirituality. Good men have their own weakness, which the bad men do not possess. Of course, the bad man is not going to spirituality, but the good man who tries to go to spirituality is thwarted by certain special weaknesses which a good man has. Like now, let us read. Sanjay continues, Tatra apashyat sthitan partha pitrun atha pitamahan Acharyan, Matulan, Bhratrun, Putran, Pautran, Sakhi Satha, Shashuran, Surudaschaiva, Senayor, Ubayorapi, Tan Samikshasa Kaunteya, Sarvan Bandhu Navasitan, Arjuna Vacha, Krupaya Paraya Vishto, Vishidan Idam Abravit, Drashtvemam Swajanam Krishna Yuyutsum Samupastitam. Swajana. So, what Arjuna saw there? Sanjay was seeing what Arjuna was seeing. Sanjay was hearing what they are talking. So, Sanjay is there reproducing what Arjuna saw. He saw there Pitrun, fathers, means uncles. So, how all become Kauravas? That is, Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra's uncles become his uncles. And in both the armies, so his own uncles may be there. But in the whole army, what is he seeing? Not Mamaka Pandava, not for my sake. That is the broad mind of a good man has this weakness. All become mine. See, wonder of wonders. Atha and also Pitamahan, grandfathers, plural, in both the armies. He is seeing his own kith and kin because Krishna has said Kurun. And because of his broad good heart. Both things you are seeing here. Acharyan, plural. So, Krupacharya and Dronacharya may be two, but in Sanskrit, plural means more than two. So, in both the armies, he might be seeing many teachers of many people, but well, they are all my teachers. Matulan, that is, in English, there is only one word, uncle. Mama, we say in many Indian languages. Mother's brother is called Matula. Now, how many mothers were there? And how many brothers of mothers were there? Yes, but everybody will have some mama. And all the mamas have become Arjuna's mama. Bhratrun, brothers, all become Arjuna's brothers. He is not telling now Dhritarashtra's sons, wicked Duryodhan, but they all become his brothers. Putran, sons. No, Arjuna had one son and another from Subhadra. Now Yudhishthira, Pandava's sons, he can include as my son. But all the Dhritarashtra's sons, and all the king's sons, there were many young people, so all of them has become his sons, Pautran, grandsons. Now, somebody will be grandson of somebody, but all are not Arjuna's grandsons. Sakin means friends. So, all become his friends. Tatha and Shvachuran, fathers-in-law. Surudaschaiva. Now, Sakins are those who are dear friends. Suruda has a different meaning. Generally translated as friends, but a man with a good heart. And Shankar has differentially shown Bhagwan is the Suruda for, because whether we behave good or bad with him, he never behaves bad with us. So that is called Surud. So Sakins are special dear friends, and all other friends. Eva Senayor Ubayorapi in both the armies. Now, summing up all this, what will you get? Tan Samiksha Sa Kaunteya, that Kunti Putra, who was ready to fight, that Kunti Putra, seeing all of them, Sarvan Bandhu Navasthitan. So finally, all are his friends. All these three words are for friends. Bandhu is not brother in Sanskrit. Bandhu is friend. Bhratru is brother. Bandhun avasthitan, seeing all of them present, what happened to him? Sanjay is reading. As Arjuna feels, so Sanjay is feeling. Krupaya paraya avishto. A sense of tremendous compassion. Why? He will kill them. And people on his side, they will also be killed because of his fighting. See how he draws the whole thing upon himself. How? Why? Attachment. And that is what this Blackie had done. That is what Bhagwan had done. He had roused Arjuna's hidden attachment there. Now you may ask why. Suppose during the fighting the attachment comes up, then nobody will be anywhere. So the Lord, in order to save, in order to redeem Arjuna from possible attachments, has roused attachment in Arjuna with one stroke. Follow this point? That is why he has used the word Kurun, your kinsman. Your, that sense of mine, from one side it is very good, shows the broad heart of a good man, not mine and Pandu's. On the other hand, mine shows attachment. Remember what Sri Ramakrishna has told. A gentleman should live in his house as the maid servant in a rich man's house. Though people will feel he is loving all of them, but he knows in his heart of hearts that they do not belong to him. Now that is gone, that is covered by this word mine. Vishi then became full of sorrow. Because of that compassion, he became full of sorrow and said, O Krishna, O dear one, imam swajanam drishtva, seeing these my people. This word in the first chapter, in the second also, Arjuna will repeat again and again, Swajana, Swajana, my own people. And anticipatorily I am telling, Bhagavan's reply to all that Swa is Swadharma. What is your duty? What is your way towards God realization? Your way. Don't think my people. Think you are related to God and God alone. And your purpose of life is to realize Him. And for that sake, you have come to follow your own duty. You have seen Arjuna's sense of duty. But all that is vanishing at this point because of this one sense, my people, my people. Yusum samupastitam, having assembled for war, what happens? See the reaction. In one moment, Sidanti mama gatrani, mukham cha parishusyati, ve pathuscha sharire me, romaharshascha jayate. My limbs are going out of order, getting tired, getting powerless. My mouth is drying up. All signs of terrible nervousness. My mouth is drying up. And in my body is shaking, vibrating. My body is shaking, vibrating. This Arjuna, this hero who had come ready to fight, simply because of that word Kuru, he feels all are his Swajana, and we have seen the detailed description as if all are his fathers, uncles, mamas, grandfathers. See, all remaining are his friends, dear friends. Roma harshascha jayate. In extreme happiness and in extreme nervousness, the hairs of the body stand on end. So, body is shaking, the hair is standing on the end, and mouth is drying, all limbs are getting exhausted simply by seeing these swajanas. And inside he feels, as Sanjay also feels, that is filled with great compassion and sorrow. Great compassion and sorrow inside, and by his own description, all limbs getting exhausted in one moment. In one moment. Simply because of this Bhagavan's word Kuru. On the other side, we can see this also as the hidden attachment. A good man wants to be spiritual, but attachment is hidden in all of us. And when it will attack, we do not know. So better in the beginning, Krishna has the full confidence that he can root it out. Let it be off in the beginning. Otherwise, during the war, if it comes, then what can I do? That is the deep thought of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And that is why he has aroused this attachment by one word. And because Arjuna has so much faith in Bhagavan that his mind is converted. So that is also due to dependence upon somebody. Of course, Arjuna's dependence is upon God, not on any person. But because of that, the whole thing has turned topsy-turvy. Some more reactions. Gandivam srungsate hastat tvakchaiva paridayate nacha shaknomi avasthatum brahmati vacha me manaha. This big Gandiva, of which Arjuna was so proud, he said, somebody criticizes my Gandiva, I'll kill him. And that Gandiva is dropping down from his hands. We had seen, raising the Gandiva, he had stood up. And now he says, my skin is burning and I am not able to stand. The exhaustion has grown so much that I am not able to stand. And as if even, my mind is rotating. Actually, brain may be rotating. Inside brain may be rotating, but that appears as if mind is rotating. So is used as if. Now funny thing, very funny thing. When one becomes like that, the outside world also changes for his vision. And he sees all signs, bad omens. Wonderful? Because of his converted nature, he is seeing in the world outside bad omens. Nimittani cha pashyami viparitani keshava न च श्रेयोनुपश्यामि hatva swajanamahave swajanaga. Now here, one important word has come out because of that deep sorrow. Shreyam. We see Arjuna is not the worshipper inside of what is dear to him, but is the worshipper of that which is ultimately beneficial, which can only be God realization. So that indication also comes out because of that deep sorrow. I do not see the ultimate good by killing one's own people in war. So he knows so many Shastras, so many. And so his now application of the Shastras also becomes topsy-turvy. He has not come to his own profit. He has not come for the kingdom. He has come for righteousness as a duty so that he will proceed towards God. But he has forgotten that. And he says, killing our own people in war. What shall I gain? Na kankshe vijayam Krishna, na cha rajyam sukhani cha, kinno rajye na govinda, kim bhogair jivite nava. I do not seek victory in war. Nobody seeks victory if he is bound by duty. He has to die for righteousness. But now, as if he has come for gaining victory and getting kingdom out of that victory. He said, I do not want kingdom. You have not come for kingdom. You have come to do your duty only for righteousness. Sukha nicha, and the pleasures, plural, pleasures out of that kingship. What shall we do with this kingdom, O Govinda? By all these bhogas, enjoyments, by our life itself. Why? What has happened to your life? What have you become so depressed that you do not want to live? He explains. See the attachment. All things are good, but not spiritual. hindrances in spiritual life. Yesham arthe kankshitano rajyam bhoga sukhani cha taime vastita yuddhe pranan saktva dhanani cha. For whose sake we have desired kingdom and bhogas and other pleasures, all of them have come here in war, giving up their lives, giving up their wealth, and they have come here in war, as if he lives for their sake. Signs of a good man, but unspiritual side. Our life is not for any other purpose than only the purpose of realizing God. We read in the other books by Swamiji today itself that one should treat one's body as an instrument given by God so that I can struggle and realize God. But he says, all of them are standing here, giving up their lives and wealth, for whose sake we wanted that kingdom and enjoyment and pleasures. Who are they? Now, we had got that in Sanjaya's words, or the description of the relatives. Arjuna had called all of them as Sakhin, as Swajanas. And he has repeated that word Swajana. Now, details from his own mouth. Acharya, Pitara, Putra, Tathaiva cha Pitamaha, Matula, Shashura, Pautra, Shala, Sambandhina, Satha, one or two words are added here. Acharyas, teachers, Pitara, people equivalent to father, uncles, sons, grandfathers, mamas, fathers-in-law, grandsons. Now the other word is brothers-in-law, Shala. In plural, all brothers-in-law, Sambandhina Sata, relation in some way or the other. Sambandhi means relative. Sambandhina means relatives in some way or the other. Tatha etanna hantumichhami gnatopi madhusudana api trailokya rajyasya eto kinna mahi krute. See his range now. I do not want to kill them, even if I am killed. Why? That way I will not be incurring sin. If I am killed, because by my stopping war, it will not be stopped. They will kill me if I do not kill them. But let me be killed, I will not incur sin. So we shall see many positive points here. That is sense of sin. Oh Madhusudan, so many adjectives, so many different names of Krishna are coming out from his mouth. Up till now we did not translate each one of them. He had called Krishna, Keshava, Govinda, Madhusudana. They all have their meanings. May not be of very great importance here. All these I do not want to kill, even for the kingdom of the three lokas, the earth, the heaven, and the nether worlds, patar. Even if you give me these three lokas out of the victory in this war, I do not want. Kinnu mahi krute. What for this land only? What for this piece of a land? So as if he is fighting for the peace of the land. So the thought process has changed. निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रांना का प्रीती स्यात् जनार्दन पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मान् हत्वा एतान् आततायिनः. Now it comes to particular Dhritarashtra's sons, because the main culprits to be fought. So after all this, he says, by killing this Dhritarashtra's son, what pleasure shall we get? Because they are my brothers. By killing them, what pleasure shall I get? O Janardana. Not only that, we will be resorting to sin only. Etan atatayina. Now this word is important. Atatayi, in today's language, we can say terrorist. But in our Shastras, which Arjuna definitely knew, it is defined in a particular way. Those who are interested, there is a moral law book called Shukra Niti. Shukra Niti. Maybe by Shankaracharya, but the name of the book is Shukra Niti, a book on morality, popular in Arjuna's time, an ancient book. There we find the definition. Those who are interested might write down. I will read twice. Agnido, word by word. Agnido, those who want to burn others by fire. We shall see particulars. Garadashchaiva, Garada, those who give poison. Astronmatto, those who have been intoxicated simply by their holding weapons. Dhanapaha, stealing the wealth, those who are stealing the wealth. Thieves. Kshetra, Dara, Harashchaitan. Kshetra, fields. Fields stealing. Dara, wife. Wife stealing. Eta. Shed, Vidhan, 6 types. Atatayina, 6 types of terrorists. Now see, Agnido. You know the story. Now so many stories are there. Duryodhan always plotting when these people had come back after winning Draupadi and all that. No, before that. This is much before, much before. They were expected to be coronated as the future kings, Yuvraj, Prince, Yudhishthir. At that point, Duryodhan plotted with Shakuni. And there was a city, Varanavat. And his own friends came, Shakuni's friends, as if they are citizens of Varanavat. And they are requesting these new 5 brothers and their mother, who are very much eager to see Yudhishthir. Very much eager to see. So Yudhishthir is seeking permission from Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra may or may not have been aware of that plot. So he said, will you go alone? Yudhishthir said, no, I would like to take all my brothers and my mother. And Shakuni, in the meanwhile, had sent his people and made they made a special palace there for stay, these people stay. And Shakuni had made all the walls by shellac, highly combustible. The moment you put fire, it will burn out. So all the walls and floors and roofs were made of shellac. So that, and 5 or 6 of his people will go as their sevaka servants for their comforts. And each will do something, say, intoxicate them by milk or something, drug them. And when they're sleeping, put fire. That was the whole scheme. Now, Vidura, the younger brother of Dhritarashtra, who was born of a maid servant, I'm not telling the whole story, was his chief minister. And because as a minister, he had his own spy work. He always doubted Duryodhana will be plotting something. So he had his own spy work. And he got the information. We'll see Bhagwan saving Pandavas again and again. But here, Vidura saved them. Now he could not oppose officially. He could not challenge that you have done like that. So what he did, he sent his own Sikh people there, 5 or 6 people. And he sent in advance his party of engineers and diggers and all that. And there was a river some distance from that palace. And up to that river, an underground tunnel was done. The tunnel would open at the mouth of the river on the other side. And on this side, it would open below the palace. And he secretly informed Yudhishthira and all the brothers at that point there with his own people, not beforehand. They should not know beforehand, they should not know beforehand that their scheme has been exposed. If he had told Pandavas beforehand, they would not have gone there. But he had no time also. And he wanted that other party also should not know that we have known their plan. Why they should see. So this was the arrangement made by him. Now, as their 5, 6 people came as servants, there Vidura's 5, 6 people went there to unload the things. And they overpowered these people, and that man informed Bhima. Bhima informed Yudhishthira immediately, and all they were alerted, and they were told to dig from that particular point, and the tunnel opened there. And they ran. And now something else had happened by coincidence. 5 wayfarers and their mother, they had come, and because that was the night, they sought shelter there. That was providence or coincidence. And they did not get any notice of either of these. And as the fire spread, they got burnt. So the people saw, every people rushed and tried to extinguish the fire, but shellac, the fire spread so quickly. And these Sikh people, the wayfarers, were burned. So their charred bodies were seen. Now, they could not be recognized, charred bodies. So everybody thought that Pandavas and Kunti have been killed. That was the plot of Vidura. And there, they had to cross the river. Boat were ready. Everything was made ready by Vidura. And they should go away from the Kaurava kingdom, because Duryodhana's party has become very powerful. And then they went to, now they should change their appearance. They should not expose themselves as Pandavas, for some time, till good times prevail. That was all planned by Vidura, and Pandavas were informed through his men. So they changed into Brahmins. They put on the sacred cord and dressed just not like warriors, like Brahmins. And they entered some town, and so many heroics they did in that town. Now we are not concerned with that. But greatness, Pandava's greatness is seen, Kunti's greatness is seen through all those actions. One thing I may refer, that anyway, in one town, they were moving from town to town. In one town, they took support of some family. And one great demon had threatened that I will kill everybody in that town. So the agreement was made with him that he was a voracious eater. So a cart full of food will go to him and he will eat that and kill that one man every day. Now the turn was in this house. And Kunti overheard their talk and offered, my son Bhima will go. Nobody from your family will go. She was confident also of Bhima. And Bhima ate that, and Bhima smashed that demon. Anyway, so many such things happened. Now there they heard about the Swayamvar of Draupadi. In India, ancient times, girls were free to choose their own husbands. Sometimes some vows were put. And we are referred already that Drupada wanted to take back revenge on Drona. So that Draupadi was born and his son Dhritarashtra was born and Shikhandi also. So he thought that I will marry Draupadi to the greatest warrior. And for that he had kept a very difficult test. A wheel was moving, and seeing through that wheel, a fish-shaped something was there on the top. And they don't have to look there. They have to look in a tub of water below and take the aim. That was the very difficult work. And he thought that Arjuna alone can do this. Now they all went as Brahmins. And so many kings and Duryodhana and Shishupal and who and who not, Karnashalya, etc., all tried, but nobody could succeed. Now, when the Kshatriyas could not succeed, the superior caste Brahmins. So, Arjuna said, I can try. And Arjuna succeeded. And then some more thing happened. They used to live by begging. And they used to, all five used to get food. They would come and inform their mother, Mother, we have got so much food. Mother will say, share equally. Now that day what happened? He won Draupadi. Now the Kshatriyas were terrified. They were not allowed, will not allow. Now the Bhima took care of all that. And Arjuna and other brothers and Bhima also carried Draupadi back to the hut where they were staying. And from outside they told, Mother, today we have got a wonderful alms begging. And mother from inside said, share all of you. And then it was revealed that it is Draupadi, a woman. So, a problem. Then they called the big scholars and Veda Vyasa came and he said, rarely it is allowed that 5 brothers can marry a same wife. And because Kunti had never spoken any untruth till that time, so her word should not become untrue. And so Draupadi married all the 5 brothers. Now at that point, Vidura's son had followed them to find out with whom my sister is getting married. Vidura's son, Drishtadimna. And then it was revealed that they are Pandavas. Then at that point, Bhagavan Shri Krishna told them, now we have got a powerful ally with you. So now we will approach the elders and said, give us our share. And that is how what happened. Anyway, I have to tell this story because Kauravas had tried to burn them. Agnido. Garadashaiva. And he had poisoned Bhima in his food and put him in water to die. But Bhima not only digested that poison, but when he went in the water, it was inhabited by the snake kingdom. And the snakes, the daughters of that king, all snakes, they bit Bhima and they sucked out the poison. The reverse happened. And he gained strength of 10,000 elephants there because of the ambrosia they fed him. So reverse happened. But Duryodhana tried to poison him. Garada, Shastranmatta, now they are all become intoxicated by weapon, that is already clear. Otherwise, while they come to fight. Kshetra, they are trying to steal away their land. They have tried to steal away their wife. So they are terrorists by all 6 definitions separately. Now, I will. So, once more I am reading the shloka. Those who want, they can write down. Agnido Garadaschaiva Shastronmatto Dhanapaha Kshetra Dara Haraschaiva Etan Shadvidan Atatayana. Now, from Manusmriti, the great law book of Hindus, there is another verse, how to deal with a terrorist. Not like today. Democracy, he has every right. That is British rules we are following. A man is not a criminal, it is proved to be so. You have to prove. And then you put him in prison. And you know what happened in India? They created some scene, plotted, created some scene, and said, unless you release this man, they hijacked a plane. So many things they did. And that to release so many terrorists. And they plotted so many times and hit the Indians very badly. So that was not there. If you find a terrorist, kill him on that spot without any consideration. That is what the moral, Hindu moral says. Kill him on the spot without any other consideration. Not this law and that law and that law. And what type of terrorist? Terrible. Manusmriti, the great law book. Gurum va, balavruddho va, brahmanam va bahushrutam, atatainam ayantam, hanyat eva avicharata. Even though he may be your teacher, but if he has become a terrorist by any of these definitions, kill him on the spot. Even though he is your teacher, even if he is a child. Now we have juvenile laws and all that. Even though he is a child, If he is a terrorist, kill him. Vruddhava, maybe old man. So normally child and old men and gurus are treated with tenderness, but if they are terrorists, kill him. Brahmanava Bhavushrutam, a well-read Brahmin. Brahmins are honored like anything. And a well-read Brahmin, if he is a terrorist, kill him. You get a terrorist, kill him on the spot without any other consideration. Manusmriti. I am reading again. Gurum va, bala vruddhau va, brahmano va, bahushrutam, atatayinam ayantam, anyat eva avicharata. Manusmriti. No, you should not think that I have read all these books. Please do not think like that. In joke, I will tell you what I am. Footnote Pandit. That means a scholar writes some essay and he quotes so many authors. And in footnote, he gives their reference. Now, another man has read that article. He has not read those books. But reading those footnotes, he knows those things. So, I have read this from my eldest elder brother disciple. He was really a great scholar. So from his book, I have copied this. But they are the important shlokas from Shukraniti and from Manusmriti. Okay? So Arjuna knows all the scriptures. Manusmriti definitely knows. Shukraniti also he knows. But he is telling if by killing his philosophy has changed. By killing Atatais also, because they are our brothers, we will be incurring sin only. If your brother is a terrorist, you have to smash him. But Arjuna thinks because he is a brother, so that brotherness takes over superior to the terrorist nature. That is the mistake. Tasman narha vayam hantum dharta rashtra'n svabandhavan swajanam hi katham hatva sukhina syama madhav. So again that word has come. Swajat, my own people. Therefore, we are not fit to kill Dhritarashtra's sons who are our own friends, relatives. By killing our own people, oh Madhava, how shall we be happy? So that my people, on them depends my happiness, is all social goodness, not allowed in spiritual life, and especially Atatais. This is what has happened to Arjuna. In a moment. Yat yadyapete na pashyanti lobopahata chetasa kulakshaya kritam dosham mitra drohe cha patakam. Though what they are doing, they are not able to see that because of their greed. Because of their greed, their minds have been stolen. They do not see the dosha of all the kula being killed, all the kula, all the family, whole family going out of existence. That is a big fault. The involved sense is that women will remain, only men will go. And I will tell further that that will lead to hybrid society. Varna Sankar. Anybody will take hold of any woman because only Kshatriyas will die. Brahmins, Vaishyas and Shudras, they will take any woman. And this mixing up of caste will happen. So, Kula will be destroyed. And another thing, they are being treacherous to their friends. That is another sin. Treachery towards your friend is a sin. The destruction of a family is a big sin, big fault, and they, due to greed, do not see them. But we see, we should be wise. So Arjuna is philosophically telling Krishna, I will not fight. कथम न ज्ञेयमस्माभिः पापाद् अस्मान् निवर्तितुं कुलक्षय कृतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिर्जनार्दन. O Janardana, when we know that this is a sin, how should we not withdraw from that? We know that the kulakshaya is a big fault. When we see, they do not see because of greed. We see, so it is our duty to withdraw from this. Now what happens further? Kulakshaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo abhivatyata. Now some more words are important. The word dharma has come here first time. Kula dharma, the family religion. What can be a family religion? The traditions in a family are called family religion. And if the family perishes, then Sanatana, eternal family religions go away. They are never eternal. That is a mistake. In reply to all that, Bhagavan will say, Swadharma, not Kuladharma. Swamiji has told in many places, my family religion, my country religion. Many times religion takes this form. My country has this religion. My family has this religion. They are simply traditions. They are not religion. Hindus, they die so much by traditions. Their eyes are opened here. All the things that Arjuna tells are the results of war, definitely. But Krishna has not replied to any of them. Krishna says, don't think like that at all. Don't think Kula Dharma and Jati Dharma and national Dharma. Think what is your Dharma, your way to God. That only you should see. So that is the way to think according to Bhagavad Gita. No other consideration. It is not selfishness. You are not to gain kingdom or enjoyments. No. Your duty to purify yourself so that you can feel God, as Shankara has given in the introduction. Then you can feel God and realize God, which is not only your real nature, but the real nature of the entire society. And one who realizes the reality becomes a blessing to the whole society. That is the Indian way of thinking. Social good appears nice. But if it kills your spirituality, it is no good. On the other hand, if a man's individual's character is perfected by his duty and by realization of God, then the whole society benefits. That is the Hindu idea. So, dharme nashte in the family, adharma, the irreligion will overpower. Oh, Achyuta. अधर्मा विभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रिया स्त्रीषु दुष्टाशु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्ण संकर. If adharma prevails, the women will be spoiled. And if the women are spoiled, then mixing up of race will happen. You want to know some ideas? Japan, the American Tommies smashed all Japanese warriors. And they if you do not use bad word. They cohabited with the women. And the modern Japanese race is very different from the Japanese character. They are long, tall, stout. Japanese were dwarf always. So what Arjun says happens in war definitely happens. Bhagavan's point is simply don't think that way. Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro yesham lupta pindodaka. This we shall reserve for tomorrow. Because some more bad effects as per our Hindu scriptures, the ancient Indian scriptures are being told by Arjuna. So we shall take it up. We read up to Shloka 41 today. 25 last word to 41. We are read now last 5-6 shlokas. We keep it for tomorrow. With that, we'll join the second chapter also if possible. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita-amrita Duhe Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam.
Prapanna Parijataya Totravitraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita-amrita Duhe Namaha.